Hey, Noah here, and today we have my friend.
Hi, my name's Cris. I bubbled at the YCS. I had a topping record, X-3, but my breakers were real bad, so I ended up placing 36 instead of top 32. Unfortunate. I lost rounds 1 and 3, and then round 10, first round of day 2, which made it a bit of a struggle fight the whole way through. But the deck felt really good. I think if I practiced with it more, all those games would have helped me win.
And what deck did you play?
What I played was Killer Tune Elfnote, actually. So there's some spice in here. At the end of the deck profile, I'll go over the combo, show how the Elfnotes bridge to KT. And hopefully more people can try this deck out and kind of just see like what else innovation-wise they can do with it.
Alrighty, let's get into it.
Yeah, so I'll go over the boring stuff first. The Killer Tune cards. 2 Q, 2 Rico, 2 Rotary, 1 Mix, 1 Clip, 3 KTS, 1 JJ, 1 Synchro Overtake. This card's good. Play it as many as you can. Same with this one. Engine requirement. These cards are like not the best, but you need to play them, so just one ofs. And then these, you play at 2 because they're the good cards you want to see, but you don't play them all at 3 because you need room for the Elfnotes. And then for the Elfnotes, I played 3 Blue Ranger, 3 Red Ranger, 1 Green, 1 Yellow, and 1 Bird for the monsters, and then the 1 Spell and the 1 Trap card. I played 3 Blue over 3 Red because I was more scared of Droll being popular in people's main decks versus Ogres, and this plays a little bit better into Droll, whereas this one plays much better into Ogre. So realistically, probably should have been 3 red for this event because Droll was not very popular or good. And then for the hand traps and defensive cards, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Bell, 3 Veiler, 3 Harmonia, 2 Ogre, 2 Droll, and then a Called By and Talents. The Drolls weren't too great, except for my round 14 opponent. I am sorry, Julian. I know this is going on your channel. I really sacked you, but GG's. For the extra deck, got tokens. Again, boring stuff. 2 Track, 1 Crackle, only 1 Remix, 1 RS, 1 Loudness War, and 1 Back-to-Back. The pure one plays like 2 of these because they have so much room. Our extra deck is very tight, so you can only play 1 of everything except for the Track Maker, which you do need 2 of for the combo. Crackle, there's some cool stuff you can do with it, but realistically, this was like the 15th card. Could have been some other stuff that we were going back and forth with. You play 1 of the Elfnote Synchro, just because you need to. And then the utility cards that help you do the combo are Shooting Riser, Excel, the Ghost Rare Stardust. Shout out to Noah behind the camera who lent me his Ghost Rare for the event. I decided it wasn't good enough because it was unlim, so I bought myself a first set that was signed. 1 Croc, 1 Zalin, and then the 2 Harmonia targets in Packbit and Pegasus. That was it for the extra, and then onto the side, another token. We played 1 more of the Red Ranger in the side for going first, along with Anti-Spell, Judgment, Warning, and a singular copy of Crown. Really weird side patterns, but they end up making sense. I'm not going to go over them into too much detail, but just trust me on it. Some going second cards, 2 Dark Ruler for Doomsday specifically, a Duster for anything that plays back row, which is everything. 3 Fua for going second. We weren't main decking it, but you needed to side it because it's still a very good card. And then to help with like the Brandon matchup, we played a Mag and a Druis Worm. I played 1 Branded the entire event, and I did not see any of these, but in theory and testing, they were fine. And then we played 2 Godos, which helped with the pure Cool Tune stuff because you could just like take their monsters and then you could You take either Track Maker or you take their Rico, and then you can search clip and then start synchroing more, and it's more interruptions and they start losing bodies and you advance your game state. Was actually pretty good against all my Cool Tune matches. I played, of my 14 rounds, I think 7 were Cool Tune, so it was about 50%. I won every single one except for round 3, where I gave my opponent the win because we were close to time. All right.
Alrighty, can you show us the combo?
Yeah. So the combo you can do with either red or blue ranger. I'll just do the red one to start with. It's the easiest so far. You special summon the Lucina. It's a 1-card combo. You special Lucina, use the effect to search. You're gonna grab the bird. You're gonna normal the bird, and then you will synchro these off into Shooting Riser. Very important you don't summon in the main monster zone. You're gonna go Patron 1 to search an Elfnote card, and you're gonna go Shooting Riser 2 to dump. So you will dump Clip specifically. You don't want to dump Mix because you can't use the effect of whatever you dump off Riser this turn, but you need to make Shooting Riser at level 5. And then your bird is going to search you the Blue Ranger. You're going to summon the Blue Ranger. The Blue Ranger effect is going to place the spell. The spell is going to send the Blue Ranger to summon the Green Ranger, which will then summon the Yellow Ranger. The Yellow Ranger is going to place the trap. And then the trap is going to send the Yellow Ranger to reborn the bird. You're going to use the bird and the Green Ranger to go into the level 7 plant synchro. And the plant synchro is going to reborn the bird. And then you can optionally reduce the level of all level 4 or higher monsters by 3, which you will do. So now this is a level 4. This goes from a level 5 to a level 2, which is very important. And this remains a level 1 because it's less than 3. You're going to use the Power Patrons effect to up the synchros level by 4, so it's now a level 7 again, which means you can make a level 8 synchro, and that will summon the XL to reborn a level 2 or lower tuner, which in this case is going to be the Klimp that you had dumped earlier off the Shooting Riser. Again, because of the Strazia and the Riser Zone effect, this is now a level 2 with all the level modulation, so you do a 2 and a 2, and you turn those into Track Maker, and you use its effect to search. That gets you pretty much everything you need. You get JJ. JJ, you're going to tribute the Track Maker. You're going to summon the Mix from your deck. The Mix is going to search, so you'll grab Q. The Q is going to summon out the Rico, and then the Rico is going to search a Rotary. You can turn these two into Remix if you want, and then you'll be able to turn these two into a second Track Maker. So you have basically all the Cool Tune stuff set up. You've stacked their deck, you've looked at their hand because this is going to do all of that, so you get the KTS on top. But then on top of that, on top of the regular Cool Tune interruptions, you have this trap which offers an Omni Negate and then more ways to synchro because we do play the Stardust with the Excel.
So in the grave, you've set up the Strelitzia. So you can bring this back off the trap to negate. You can then use this to bring back the Blue Ranger, which will rip your opponent like Cyframe Lord Omega. And in the Doom Z and the Synchro matchups, the Strelitzia could lower your opponent's monster's level because it's actually all the monsters on the field, so then they'll be stuck. And you can use this to make a back-to-back that's unaffected by everything. So the board is, if you can do this, it's not, you can't lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's great. You get everything KT offers, and then like 17 different things extra. The board's also pretty malleable depending on like how you want to play it or how you look at your opponent's hands. The 2-card combos are pretty good too. I think I opened a a Blue Ranger and a Rotary, and that made it so that on my opponent's turn against Sky Striker, I had summoned a Stardust Dragon and a Loudness War off the Excel. So they were just completely unaffected, and it like locked him out of the game because he couldn't do anything since this was protecting just about everything. Yeah, no, the deck, like I said, the deck carried me a lot. I didn't get as much testing as I probably should have, got distracted. But it was great. I like this deck a lot, and I will be playing it some more in the future, trying to do little tweaks and changes here, see if I can optimize it further.
Sure. Anything you want to say before we wrap up?
Yeah, big shout outs to my locals, Collector Store and Yeti Gaming. You can see the merch here, wearing the shirt proud and backwards. Big shout out to the people who came to Columbus with me, the Shanghai Sharks as well. And then I want to give a huge shout out especially to Chris Rice over here, handsome fella. He was the one who gave the idea and convinced me to play this deck. And also big shout outs to Alex, who is just outside the frame. He figured out the combo I just showed randomly at like 2 a.m. in the morning one day, and just messaged it to all of us. And I was like, well, damn, that's good.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Hope you have great success with the deck in the future.